Top Billin.
Top Billin, it's time to get down to the brass tacks of the matter. Your Seattle Seahawks have to stop that run this year, and they need to do so between the pipes. So a cat like Cameron Young got in the 4th round. I think he's commiserate as far as his level of play to a 4th rounder. However, he could have more like 2nd or 3rd round impact just because of the position that he'll play. I find him to not really have anything to offer as far as the pass rush goes. And I find him to be inconsistent if a play is stretched out. However, if you're trying to run directly at this cat, or if he's in the line of fire and you're trying to move him off his spot, good luck with that. Right? You're not moving him off his spot. And I wanted to go directly to the best teams he's faced, and just so happened to have film on that right there. You can see him going against Tate Ratledge right here. Look at this. Oh, not a chance. Right? My man, somebody told me that he weighed in at 320 pounds. So I think that's very good there. Not necessarily the 350-pound Siaki Ika types that I thought they may go after, but at 320 pounds, with how strong he is right here, look at that. Tate Ratledge can normally move people off the spot. He ain't going, look at that. It's a stalemate, right? He's just like, hey, you're going to stay right here, and I'm just going to wait for your back to approach, which will be Kendall Milton right here. He shrugs Tate Ratledge aside, and he's in on it. He does a good job of keeping an arm free, so he's able to compete there. As you can see, he gets in on the action right there, gets in on the fun. All right, here you see him straight up on the nose against Alabama going against Darian Dalcourt. And look how he keeps that outside arm free right here, right? On a stretch play with Roydell Williams. You get that man keeping that arm free while staying parallel to the line of scrimmage. This is what you want to consistently see from him from plays that go. Look at that. Look at that. You see that arm? Oh, he's able to corral him one more again that way. Nasty. Absolutely nasty. Check this out. Right? Gets out ahead of the action right here. Squares him up. He has Dalcourt pinned. You see him, right? He's occupying 2 blockers. That's exactly what you're going to want from him. The ability to occupy 2 blockers and still be in the play, right? Obviously, on the stretch play, it's going to eventually convert to 1, but you can see him continuing to work here. Him and Dalcourt in that chicken fighting stage. But look at that arm begins to go free and makes himself a much bigger target, right, for the collapse, right? Williams trying to find a way to go in. Obviously, you see they're doing a good job right here of bending it back in with the edge being breached there. He keeps that arm free, and he's able to collect, right? A collect tackle. That's hard. And he splatter whacks himself while making the tackle. That's extra hard. All right, same deal right here. You see him going against Dalcourt. He's going to occupy both Dalcourt and Javion Cohen right here and still be able to get in on a tackle on Roydell Williams. Look at him hold up at the point of attack. Look, stay parallel, then get that arm free. Look at it. You may not have seen it. Look, right? Initially splits the difference between the both of them, right? Occupy that particular gap right here. Ride it out, and then you'll see him. He's able to look at the vision right here. Look at him able to decipher what's going on right there. You'll see, of course, Williams here trying to cut it back off the outside hip there. He's going to make sure he approaches that particular gap. Gets rid of Cohen and sticks that arm out there, right? Always keeping that arm in that gap that he thinks, look at that, clothesline. That's hard, like the narcissist, Lex Luger right there. Keep that arm free, hit him with the clothesline. Splatter wax the man. All right, this wasn't meant to be some type of deep dive. Listen, this is the nose tackle position, the shade position. It's a very selfless position. Think about it. He only had like 10 solo tackles on the entire season. That's not something you want to spend a lot of time on because a lot of it is spent helping other people out. Like this particular John right here. We see my man occupying 2 blockers. To me, he makes this play without making the play. Watch this. You see that? Brian Robinson had nowhere to go because of the work that he did. On this zone play, you want to reach for the aiming point right here would be normally where Cam Young is. Look at him. Occupy those two, right? Or the Emil Ekiyor and Darian Dalcourt there. Look at him. They're not pushing him off the spot. They can't angle off of him or anything, right? He's being very stout right there at the point of attack, so much so that that Brian Robinson here has to cut back into the weak side help, right? And he sees the weak side help. He has literally nowhere to go. He ends up running up the back of Emil Ekiyor there and then getting tackled, right? He had to sit it down. That's what you call help defense. He's not going to stat a lot, right? He doesn't have it like that, in my opinion, the way he's one of these explosive type cats who will get you a bunch of solo tackles, maybe contribute 3 or 4 sacks and stuff like that. You never know. People have a chance to improve, or maybe the scheme will just be different, the way he's sent more. However, what he can do for the team can be pretty much exponential for him allowing other people to work free. In the pass game, you're going to get a ton of power from him. If he's trying to blow you off the spot, more times than not, he's able to do so. I can't see him winning with quickness or winning with agility, right? Something like this, I think every once in a while is money. Look at him. Ooh, man, he walked the dog like a yo-yo trick. You saw that? Dalcourt tried to drop the anchor here, right? He tried to dock the boat several times. Look, first time docking the boat, shit ain't worked. Second time docking the boat, not happening. He's drifting the sea. Look, third time dropping the boat, ain't happening. Walked him right back into Bryce Young. Bryce Young had to just dump it off, right? Which is always a good option. If you're Alabama, you can dump it off to Brian Robinson there. So good job by him on that play. All right, check this out. You get a lead stretch play. You got Jason McClellan leading, Jahmyr Gibbs here on the follow. And you can see this time he hustles. He's not over the nose on this one. He's at pretty much a 2 technique, and you can see him run it down, right? Run it down the guitar string here, and he's doing a good job at this one right here. You don't consistently get this, for what I've noticed, though, but look at this one. He's hustling on this one, right? And Splakataya, Jahmyr Gibbs. He be needing a colostomy bag right about now. Check this out. Right. Now, this is a good job right here. Now, you have to be obviously knowing that your people have your back here on the weak side, because if he were to cut this off of you, it's all good. But they do a good job here in Mississippi State of keeping the proper amount of people backside as well, forcing this play to go strong side. And you can see he keeps battling there, keeps battling. He actually turned kind of perpendicular to get himself away, and he gets in on the action there. Gets by with a little help from his friends in Splutaya. Jahmyr Gibbs, he wasn't the same. And Mississippi State has some straight up weird schemes. There's no doubt about that. I believe him with the Seattle Seahawks. He will probably improve because they would have these replace edges, right? They would take him off the nose. And this is on base downs, right? Just 3 down linemen on a base down, and you're going against a team like Alabama, which is probably why you get that ass whipped. You take him and replace him to the edge. It's the weirdest thing ever, and they would constantly do this, even against teams like Georgia and everything. Check this out. He immediately slides to the edge, but look, he ends up getting in on the play, though. But there were several times where they did that, and then they ran the opposite way, and he wasn't there to kind of help corral that, though. But you can see it would be multiple players actually that would do that, almost like a defensive pin and pull, right? I don't know if he's there to meet the edge, right, to just really set the edge and funnel everything back inside, but you would want it funneled back inside to him, if anything. But he does a good job on this one of vacating the premises and then getting back into it as well. So for a 4th-round pickup, no doubt about that, man. This man can do some good work. They're going to need Monet to be healthy, though, have that rotation right there, man, and they should be pretty good along the line of scrimmage. Here's a guy that I'm very familiar with that's in the undrafted free agent class by the name of Big Coop, right? Robert Cooper. I actually know the guy, his father and everything, back when I lived in Georgia. Big Coop is the prototypical. I don't know how much Big Coop is weighing these days. I ain't seen him in a long time. But, man, he was definitely one of those 340, 350-pound type cats. You can't move him. Just a stocky-ass mini refrigerator or some shit like that. So he will be a good option as well. But we shall see how it works out there. But Seattle definitely doing work as far as retooling that front seven. And they should have some pretty good results from that. So we shall see. All right, but it's your boy Mid-Atlantic Murph checking in once again. Make sure you hit that thanks button because you know your boy be serving that hibachi. All right? Salute.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.